Hey there, in today's video I'm going to be reprinting some stickers for my business. I'm hoping that I'm not low on ink. I'm going to go ahead and print, this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet, this white background, and I can fit, including the registration marks, which is very important. This is going to be print and cut, including the registration marks. I'm going to be cutting 35 stickers. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 stickers. When you're using, I'm using the Silhouette Cameo. When you're using Silhouette Cameo on the registration marks, in the beginning, I was using, I'll show you, on the length, I always had it at 0.07 or 0.75. That's how I learned to do stickers in the beginning. And when you do that, you're limited because you have to not have anything in this area. I did see another video, and I haven't tried it, that said it didn't matter if you're in this area where there's these little grid lines. So what I did is I went back to the length of the dimensions here. If you have the Silhouette Cameo, it's right here. And I'm sorry about the glare. I was trying to cover it up. It's the best I can do for right now at this angle. But on the dimensions part, on the page setup, this third icon right here, on the dimensions length, it's at 0.75. What I do is I move it all the way to the left. And if you notice, that grid line went away. So this way I have room to include this. And same for the bottom. I don't know if you can see it, but focus on this part, the left corner, left-hand corner. That goes away too when I go all the way to 0.25. So again, I'm going to just slide my length to the left, and it's 0.25 now. Here, it's not touching anything. I have room up here. Also, on the inset, you can mess with the inset to make it shorter. The grid lines even shorter, so you can fit, if your stickers are a little bit bigger, you can adjust this too to make that way you have more room and not have to worry about the your sticker or your images interfering with this grid line. So I have this set. Oh my goodness. I have it set on the minimal, which is just slide it to the far left. I have it set at 3.94, and that's the smallest inset, which again gives you more room up here. My only, my main, I can't even talk today. The most important on your registration marks is you want to make sure that your Silhouette picks this up, because it's going to read this. Once you print, which is what I'm going to do, I'll show you. Once I print, I want to make sure that this dark area, this black square, and this registration mark and the one on the bottom left corner, I want to make sure that that's bold enough for it to be picked up by my Cameo, by my Silhouette. So what I do is I go to the thickness, slide it all the way to the right. If you look at this, keep an eye on this left bottom corner, right top corner. It's on 1 right now. If I go all the way to the left, it's really thin. So I put my thickness as far as it can go, and it's not 1. And then again, the length is 0.25, which is a 1/4 inch. And then on the inset, I have it all the way to the left. The first one all the way to the left, the middle one, the thickness, all the way to the right. And the bottom, the inset, all the way to the left. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and print this. And I got to grab some printable vinyl. I'm not going to pause the video. I'm just going to grab it and show you what I use. This is the printable vinyl that I use. It's for Cricut Explorer. Printable vinyl. 10 sheets per pack. I have a link below if you want to buy some, but it's like 10 bucks and some change. Believe it or not, I have a whole bunch because about a year, maybe not, yeah, not even a year ago, I got them for like $2 and some change. So I bought a bunch, and then its prices started going up to 3 something. So I bought a whole bunch more. And then I was thinking, should I get more? I don't know how fast, how many I'm gonna need. So I just stopped at that price. And then next thing you know, I was in a Facebook groups, and I talked about this. I raved about it because I had a bunch of stickers that I was printing for everybody and myself, of course. And then the price went up to like $8, and then right now I think it's like $10 and some change. But anyway, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this paper in my printer. So give me one sec. Before I show you the printed sheet, I know that there's a video that I made how to use printable vinyl scraps, something labeled something like that. How to reuse scrap printable vinyl. I store mine in this container, my scraps, and I just labeled it. I do the same thing for my HTV. I do the same for my 651 or 631 or you name it. They're all in these big containers because I reuse my scraps. In this big container, this one's a little bit heavy. Just to give you an idea as far as storage on scraps. I reuse all my scraps, so I don't have a huge box laying around anywhere. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and print this to my Inkjet printer. And again, I have the HP OfficeJet 4650. So give me a second while it prints. While it's printing, really quick, there are a bunch of videos out there on how to print stickers, but I have yet to find one that shows you like what steps or what settings to put your Silhouette Cameo at for printing stickers. So this is me just sharing that with you. One other thing that I did forget, I have an offset. A lot of stickers, when you're cutting, they don't always cut perfectly. You'll be missing little pieces or little areas where it didn't cut right. So what I do, let me ungroup this. What I do is I have an offset. Sorry, you're gonna hear my dogs. I left my back door open downstairs. I have an offset. And how you do that, I'll show you in a minute. Let me put this back together. I'm going to copy it out. It's best to always copy what you're going to either experiment with or whatever changes you're going to make. It's always best to make a copy. Because if you mess up or you don't, you mess it, it's just best so you don't have to go back. You have an original so you can mess with it again. If you're trying to experiment or if you're trying to figure things out or learn different processes or different steps or what have you, it's best to always make a copy of whatever you're working on. So I'm going to go ahead and show you, enlarge it. I'm going to ungroup it. I'm going to remove that. So what I do so that I make sure that my black on my logo gets cut out, what I do is I come to the right bar, the right panel, and I click on that little star, and that's an offset. I click on offset, and it creates, and I hope you can see it, a red an outline, an offset. And you can make that as small or as big as you want. Me, I didn't want too much white on my black, on my stickers. There's nothing wrong with it, but I would rather have just my logo only on my products or my finished products or mail outs or what have you. Wherever you put that sticker, I don't really care for any white on my stickers. I mean, it looks nice, you know, but so how you minimize that is right now it's at 0.125. I always use 0.003. And you can't even see it. You can see a little, you can barely see the red. But it's best to create an offset because when you send the file for cutting, and the Silhouette Cameo will show you everything that's red. That's what it's going to cut. And it's showing me the offsets, all these little red circles. So the offset is what the Cameo or what the Silhouette is going to pick up to cut for you. So let me grab the printout. Crap, I do need ink. I should have put black ink. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I need to put black ink in my printer because as you can see, the registration marks did not print. It printed a square, but it didn't fill it in. Let me put some ink in there. That's gonna be a waste of stickers, but oh well. Those, what I'll do with these can be for, I can use these for like one-offs, or just use them as like on a notebook or whatever, since it's really light, so I don't waste them. So what I'll do is I'll get my paper cutter and I'll just cut squares, you know, just vertical lines and horizontal lines, and I'll have square stickers for these, which is no biggie. So let me print this one more time after I put my ink in. Another thing you can do if you don't want to buy those 10 sheets of printable vinyl, you can just print it on plain paper, still with the registration marks, and still have it cut out on your Silhouette, and just put on there, make sure you select plain paper when you're sending. I have it set on printable vinyl on my auto blade right in this area right here. And this drop down, you can open that up and then just click your whatever material you're working with. I think there's plain paper in here. I've never used it, but the reason I'm suggesting or bringing that up is because when I changed out, when I put my ink in there, my fresh ink, for some reason it printed plain paper, printed this on plain paper, which no biggie, but let me see if there's plain paper in here. I don't want to tell you to select it and then it's not there, so I'm going to look for it. You can select, yeah, it says copy paper, medium, 20 pounds. I don't know that that's 20 pounds, but it says copy paper. I would select that one. So for now, I'm using vinyl printable. I'm going to cut it with my auto blade. I only have one blade on there. So I still got to print it or reprint it because it printed on plain paper. So that's what I'm using. I don't want my phone to, I have it set just right on my little tripod. I don't want it to move on me. See how the registration marks are coming up? So after this, I'm going to take you to my cutter. Okay, and here's where I use my tape. So I just cut a piece off and split it in half. Do that a few times. So I'm going to take the corners carefully, the sides, top, middle, the sides, the bottom, middle. And one more piece for the corners. And we're just going to feed it in here. Just going to feed it a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and send it. I'm going to go back to the computer and send it to the cutter. Okay, it's fixing to read the registration marks. This piece of tape is bothering me. Normally I would cut it off and let it do its thing, but I want you to see the whole process. Again, these are 35 stickers, and I use these on the bottom of my tumblers or on when I'm putting t-shirts inside t-shirt packages. I'll use that as my sealer if I don't have bags that seal, don't have the adhesive for sealing. You can use them anywhere, notebooks, laptop, binders, I mean, anywhere. And these are, I think I mentioned the size. It was like one, I don't know, let's see. I'm gonna move my phone so the light will be brighter. Whoa. Good night. Okay. There. These are, I'm gonna unload it. These are 1.25 inches. Okay. So now I'm gonna put you back where I had you. Let's go this way. Try not to bake my phone with this light behind it. Should have got my other light. Sorry, I'm trying to get this perfect so you guys can see this. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, I reuse my tape, my Scotch tape. I use this. It's just, I know I have a video about cutting mat tips and tricks. If you refer back to it, I explain why I use Scotch tape. But while I'm talking about it, I use Scotch tape because I don't want to remove this. I've had this mat for, I think, going on 2 years now. June or July will be 2 years. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lift up a corner. And my stickers. Hope you can see it. Now I have stickers. I'm in an odd position here. Sorry. They usually come up pretty easy. But if not, just kind of help it, guide it. Just press it down with your finger. You see I'm doing it one-handed. Hope I'm not getting off camera. And voila. Get your bunch of stickers for any project. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please keep looking for more videos, more upcoming videos. Please let me know in the comments what type of videos you'd like to see. A lot of the stuff that I do, I don't post. Only because I don't record anything. I'm just barely starting. It's been about 8 weeks now, I think, since my first video, my first upload. But just let me know what you want me to, what you guys want to see me do on video, and I'll work something out. So in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that was helpful. I hope you learned something. Let me know what you think, and thank you. Until next time.